Hi, and welcome to the Yarn Habit Geek podcast. My name is Laura. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Ravelry as Yarn Habit Geek. There is also a Ravelry group for the podcast where you can find all the show notes and where you can also join the all that we are starting up next week on June 1st. Going to apologize right now in case you hear any lawnmower, weed whacker noises in the background. It's something I obviously can't control because it's springtime and somebody's got to do their lawn. So, let's get started with this week's episode, shall we? Alright, time for Whips of the Week. First up is the Molly Weasley house coat, and I finally got past the good stretch that I'm now working on the armhole shaping. So hopefully I can get this finished for next week, which will be awesome if I can get this front part finished for next week. So hopefully this will be finished by next week. Well, this part of the front. And next up, stored in my telephone box zigzag stitches bag that I got at the Knitter's Frolic, I have finished the first square in the fourth row of the Ron Weasley blanket. I just gotta sew in all those ends. So, yay for this. I was just busily knitting this away during the week, especially when I was on transit, going back and forth, doing other stuff during the week. But yay, this is finished. I have to technically buy yarn for the next square since the yarn I originally bought won't exactly work with the blanket. There's probably going to be a yarn by next week, so yay! And next up is it's not much, but it is part of an amigurumi I made before, which is Harry Potter. So I'm making another Harry Potter Year 5 amigurumi, which is going to go along with two Cyclops amigurumis that I previously made that I'm remaking. So, hopefully I will get more done today on the Harry Potter amigurumi and possibly other amigurumis so I can and hopefully finish this Winifred Sanderson, because she is kind of near completion. I just got to do her hair and face and the rest of her coat with the details. So there's that. And next up, yeah, I'm looking at my show notes, which is on my chair over here, but it's the Riku scarf from Final Fantasy, and I'm finally on the 9th repeat section of the scarf, which means once I finish the 14th section, I get to see, I'll measure it to see if it's long enough, if I can bind off, or I just add 2 more. So there's that, and well, here's the next Final Fantasy knit, although obviously it's not much since I still gotta get a new needle to work on it, but I probably will focus more on this on Saturday. Oh wait, Anime North is this weekend, so I probably might not get to work on this on Saturday, so this will be my Friday knit, because I did put on my schedule for Friday is for my Final Fantasy themed items to work on. And let's see, I've got one last whip to show, and it is the Red Hood sweater, and I'm actually on the final round for this bottom section of the targets I'm working on. And so, yay. So hopefully by next week I can have the entire target finished. Well, the first row of targets. Then I got a second row. But hopefully I will have more done on this next week. But I am proud that I got what I have done so far. And I added this Batman stitch marker to mark my halfway point from the Flash stitch marker that I used to mark the beginning of my round. So that is it, and that is actually it for whips of the week. There's no finished objects this week, unless you count, the square for the Ron Weasley blanket, but that's part of a whole bigger whip. So hopefully I can have something done next week for finished objects. But that is it for this week. It's a short episode. Hopefully I will have more done for next week. There's going to be a little video about Anime North next week, since I'll be there. Her hanging outside, probably take pictures of cosplays there. But, as I said, that is it for this week. Next week, on June 1st, we start the Doctor Who knit-along / crochet along, and I'll be showing off the prizes Well, actually, I'll be showing off the prizes the week after next week, because I will have gotten some of the prizes in, and for that knit-along, and that is it for this week's episode. But I will see you all next week. Well then, stay crafty, my friends.